Hi, I'm George Lang.
And I'm Heather Warlick.
And this is a special edition of Weekend Look, your guide to entertainment news in Oklahoma City and the world. Heather, the Golden Globes were announced in a press conference on Sunday night on NBC, and it definitely was not the typical boozy party that they have at the Beverly Hilton every year, was it?
Well, George, there were no presenters with bad jokes, no glitz, no nonsense, and no long acceptance speeches. But the entertainment reporters who did announce the awards did their best to turn lemons into lemonade Sunday night. Never before have 25 categories been covered in 31 minutes, and how appropriate it was that Cate Blanchett got the first award for I'm Not There, a film about the great Bob Dylan, who also wasn't there.
Now, so Heather, if none of the actors showed up to accept their awards, what were any of them doing that night?
Well, we do know that some of the nominees hung out at various watch parties, like the one held at Ernest Borgnine's Hollywood Hills homes. Other winners, like Glenn Close, who won for her performance on FX's Damages, learned about their wins or losses in an atmosphere not unlike the actual Golden Globes ceremony, where the alcohol seems to flow like tap water. She watched the announcement while drinking a bourbon on the rocks at the Brass Monkey Bar in the meatpacking district of Manhattan. Other winners, like David Duchovny, opted for a low-key evening. He went to see The Bucket List and found out about his victory after returning to his hotel room. Instead of the usual Golden Globes tuxedo, Duchovny said he soaked in the news of his award in his birthday suit, his way of protesting any number of related issues.
And no, we don't have a picture of that, Heather.
So, were there any surprises about last night's announcement, George?
Well, Heather, the big news about winners last night is that there are no clear trends leading to Oscar night. I honestly don't know where the members of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association are coming from on some of these awards. Marion Cotillard won for her performance as Edith Piaf in La Vie en Rose, and she did give a great performance in that film, but seriously, Ellen Page should have won for her amazing performance in Juno. And beyond that, the Coen brothers did not win Best Direction for No Country for Old Men. That went to Julian Schnabel for The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. Again, a great film, but not near the achievement of No Country. Atonement won Best Drama, Sweeney Todd won for Best Comedy or Musical, and the Coens won for Best Screenplay, which is an old Oscar trick, like when Pulp Fiction took home the Writing Award and Forrest Gump won Best Picture in 1994. You could hear the wailing and gnashing of teeth coming from my house all over town that night.
Well, there were plenty of winners who were likely to be real contenders on Oscar night, though. It couldn't have been all off the charts weird, could it?
No, I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis won Best Actor in his performance for There Will Be Blood, and Julie Christie won Best Actress for Away From Her, and both of them are in major competition and even likely winners on February 24th, so some of it made perfectly good sense.
But the question still remains, is there even going to be Oscar night? George, you were in Los Angeles over the weekend. What were people saying about the possibility that the Academy Awards could be postponed or even canceled?
Right now, there's huge solidarity between the actors and the screenwriters, and most of the directors that I talked to this weekend are on board with the Writers Guild too, probably because a lot of them are also writers. So if it could happen to the Golden Globes, it could happen to the Oscars too.
Well, George, I know we're both going to be watching the situation closely. For a full listing of winners at Sunday's Golden Globes, pick up your copy of The Oklahoman or go to newsok.com. And for more about movies, music, and everything else that's entertaining, check out the Weekend Look section of The Oklahoman, the A&E section of newsok.com, and the latest issue of Look at OKC. For Weekend Look, I'm Heather Warlick.
And I'm George Lang.
See you next time.